testing the shot because I am a perfectionist. So funny, when I saw it on Instagram I was like, oh my god, everyone's wearing headbands. It's like the 90s again. And now I'm obsessed because it's about, what's that now, 12 o'clock? This is about the time where Emily starts to go downhill. Cheers, Chloe, for the white monster. Very much needed. We are rolling with Emily Rolls. Oh fuck, I need to stop. Welcome to another YouTube video. I am gonna start this one off here and end it off here. The clips I got were from a few days ago training with my girl Jess. She's from Sydney. She is another bikini competitor and I met her, found her through Instagram. We hooked up for a shoot. The shoot was incredible. And now we have just this thing that we do every time we shoot together. We take a cute selfie in the mirror and she's throwing a peace sign and she's got epic glutes and I love her so much. I got a couple of clips of us training. So I'm gonna put a little training montage into here, keep it interesting, and then gonna get into a cheeky little Q&A. Put out a questions box, I think about 3 or 4 times. And each time I just haven't gotten around to it because I haven't had the energy. So yeah, we are under 4 weeks out now from the comp, so yeah. Let's go. Alright, take 2. Oh, fuck. I feel really sorry for Chloe. She's just moved in and I just walk around the house all day whinging, sighing, saying fuck this to everything, no matter how insignificant. But that's life right now, and I've got 27 days. All right, I'm gonna get straight into these questions, otherwise I'm gonna go off on tangents that no one wants to hear. What's your favorite part about bodybuilding? Since I started doing it, I loved the fact that I could have complete control over my life, my body. It just opened so many other doors than just the gains that you make in the gym. It's very selfish, especially on the competing side of things, but on the whole, it's increasingly more mainstream, but I feel like it's that for a reason, because people fall in love with the process of becoming a better version of themselves, and that's been my favorite part, is just watching myself evolve over the years and just becoming more and more of what I've always envisioned myself to be. Yeah, I put a lot of energy into other people before I started bodybuilding, and then I guess training was a way to give back to myself, and then it all came full circle because now I can give back to people again, because now I'm in a position that I was looking at and I was inspired by when I started. Full training session for the YouTubes. I love doing montages, if you don't already know. Yes, I can do a full training session, it's just it would still be of a montage kind of style. I don't like watching people doing set after set, like an hour-long YouTube video. I don't enjoy that. I enjoy the kind of videos that I'm making, which is more montages, but full entire things, nah. Like, I don't even like 15 seconds of someone doing a set on their Instagram story. Yeah. When do you leave for the States? I leave in, hold on, 18 days. 18 days. I fly to LA and then I meet up with Nay, and we've got a Airbnb in LA for the first few days, and then on the 9th of December we drive to Vegas. Yeah, then I'll be a vegetable for the first week or so, and then I compete, and then after that it's Olympia time, and then I come back on the 21st of December, so I'll be back for Christmas. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past or future you? That's a cool question. Whoever asked that, Mama Cass. I love that. There would be so many pros and cons of doing both, but I wouldn't want to change anything from the past. So I think I would have a conversation with future me, because then I guess me being a control freak, I'd like to know where I am, and then if I can change anything to make that situation better, then yeah, either way, yeah, I wouldn't care either way. Like, I'm very solid in my own journey and where I'm going from here. Do you get your good looks from your mama? Of course I do, mother. She's probably watching my YouTubes now that she's following me properly on Instagram, because she's always calling me and being like, hey, what are you doing today? And I'm like, did you not look at my Instagram story? And I think I'm going to be helping her start up a little business as well, a little side hustle for her, because she is the mum that everyone wants on the way. Oh, that's so good. I can feel the caffeine giving me life, and it's about 4 hours and then I'm dead again. I've got a couple of photographer questions, but I might leave them for the end. Have you competed internationally before? No. So this is my first international competition. My goal for this comp season, because this is only my second season competing, was to pick a big show, because I picked a big show for my first one. That was the Arnold in 2020 that actually didn't go ahead as the expo, but the show still went on. And I've actually got my medals. It's a little trip down memory lane. I have these out because I like having them out to see them when I'm prepping. But these are my medals from my first season competing. I got first in novice bikini in Queensland. I got second in first timers in Queensland, and I got third in novice at nationals, so at the Arnold. Funny how the state qualifiers have huge medals and the national one is tiny. So yeah, would be keen to see some bigger trophies and medals and things like that in Australia. We need some like swords and shit like that. Tiaras, like I know in the last season just gone, there was a posing award with Australian Posing School for the best poser. So I was actually one place off getting that posing award in Queensland. But the girl that got it is one of my amazing girlfriends, Ellen, and her posing, like we both got the same posing coach, Shanae. And yeah, I knew it was going to be a fight for that, so I'm so glad she got it. What are you excited for after comp is over? Getting to a healthy level of body fat. I do not enjoy being lean, like this lean for this long. I've been just thinking about the people that maintain this year round because of whatever reason, whether they do it for social media or their business or they're competing back-to-back shows. It is not nice. Don't like feeling like I'm dragging my body around. I don't like sitting down and feeling uncomfortable, like I can never get comfortable. I don't like feeling like I can't move unless I have a shitload of caffeine. So yeah, getting back to normality, recovering, and just going back to normal life things. I think people glorify competing and being shredded. It's when you are truly shredded, you feel like you want to die. Being overseas and all the foods and just all the things I'm going to, you know, get to see at the end of the year, being at the Olympia. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So that's pretty much right after like comp, and then I fly home and I have Christmas with my family. That's gonna be just the icing on the cake. Yeah, healthy level of body fat, spending Christmas with the family. What's your current split? I'm currently training 3 on, 1 off, 2 lower body sessions and 1 upper body session. I've felt recently that, especially after the Queensland show, that I was kind of going to have to limit my training because of the division that I compete in, which I think one of the other questions mentioned that. Would you switch categories if you felt you've outgrown it? I don't feel like I've outgrown my category. I suppose I would move on if I did feel like I didn't fit the criteria. Answering 2 questions in one, I'm putting more focus on my lower body, obviously, because glutes and nice legs are a huge focus in bikini. I can always make improvements regardless of, I guess, the density and muscle maturity that I do have, that I did bring to the last show in comparison to who was placing highly. It's something that I feel that my physique in the day is quite developed in comparison to a lot of the competitors that are in Australia, and there's a heap of girls that are dense, conditioned motherfuckers, and I love that. A lot of the girls that were placing weren't as dense and I guess conditioned. Just overall muscularity wasn't as much as you would see over in the States. Essentially why I am going overseas to stand up against girls from all over the world and see where my physique, I guess, fits on a world scale, not just Australia. I had the realization that I just want to train and continue to grow at my own free will, and if that means that I outgrow a category, then so be it. I'm really happy with the physique that I'm building and have built, and the progress that I've made from the comps. So I'll put in a little comparison from what I look like first comp to the last comp just gone. So plans for post comp, pretty much answered that. How much cardio am I doing? I hate doing cardio. I would much rather go on big long walks with friends and just implement cardio as needed and like minimal effective dose. I'm not the girl that's going to be on the stepper for an hour. I would rather kill myself. At the moment, obviously for the cause, I am doing half an hour on the stepper post-workout and on my rest days currently, and then I do a big 45-minute to an hour walk in the morning. Do you think your density affected your placing? At the end of the day, it's a subjective sport, so everyone is going to have a different opinion, and I love that about bodybuilding because there's always going to be conversation around placings and all of that, so you have to just take everything with a grain of salt. The way that I looked obviously wasn't what they were going for, which is totally fine because at the end of the day that show was to qualify me to go and do a bigger show where I feel like my physique will be more, what's the word, closer to the standard on a world stage. Probably sound like a twat, but don't care at this point. How have you managed the time between shows? Very long prep for you. Yes. So I think I'm 26 weeks into prep now. So I started in May, and it's obviously 20 weeks to the first show and then another 8 to the Olympia. This one has been increasingly more difficult than the first, which even though it was a shorter prep than the last one, it's had its own you know, pros and cons. Yeah, it's, I guess, the pressure of being better and knowing that I'm, you know, I'm not a novice anymore, I'm an open bikini competitor, is, I guess, I want to do better every single time. Losing my train of thought. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do better in everything that I do. So I feel like this prep has been very much just flogging my past package. I have, over the last 2.5 years, put on about 4 kilos of muscle, and that's all been tracked with my coach. So it pays to have a coach that you trust 110% with everything that you do, and you stay consistent with that coach. I see so many people jumping from coach to coach because they're not giving them something that they want, you know, at that given time, when if over time you can develop a relationship that all of those needs are met and it's realistically, you know, it's going off on a tangent. You've got to have so much trust in your coach to be able to ride the whole journey out with them, not just prep, but all through off season. Cap it there. Exercise selection, tempo intensifiers, etc. Like, I'm just going all through random questions, so this is going to be really disjointed. Picking exercises that I enjoy and I connect with the most, and that are the most, I guess, well-researched, things that are going to produce a result that I'm after. I guess I've always programmed my own training and just ran it by my coach and, you know, people that are around me in my circle. Just, I'm always looking to improve and then change things up as I see fit. Did you have a light bulb moment with training that elevated you to the next level? I kind of think that happened a few days ago when, yeah, I guess I was thinking and feeling like I needed to limit my training and not training as intensely because of the category that I compete in. Yeah, the other day I just had a moment where I was like, fuck it, I am just gonna train how I enjoy training, because the way that I look now is a result of how, you know, I have been training. I enjoy training intensely. I enjoy training by myself. I don't usually have a training partner unless they match my energy. Prep diet hacks. Knew there was going to be a few food related questions. I'm not the biggest fan of people sharing their calories and their statistics and all of that stuff. So I do not try and hack my prep diet. Just execute the diet and it's the same and it's boring, and I will make the most out of the little that I have. I'm being mindful of the things that I'm eating, because when you are really lean, your body is going to respond to everything that you put in it. Includes sugar-free shit. In that there's 0 calorie, that it's not having any effect on your body. Limiting, I guess, as much processed crap. Eating whole foods is gonna make you feel wholesome. Yeah, there's no substitute for eating well in prep. You just need to have a diet that you enjoy, that you can stick to. Doesn't need to be enjoyable, but it can be. Love all the foods that I've eaten throughout this prep. I've adjusted things when I need to make changes. I can maximize volume and feel like I'm fuller for longer. Just need to be educated in how to make those changes and apply them and have a successful prep. Also, cooking chicken in a multi-cooker has changed my life, and I've just recently changed Chloe's life as she's moved in. Yeah, the best chicken breast you will ever have in your life. I think we've got a few more. What keeps you motivated on a cut? How do you maintain energy to keep you going? Not always. We're going to be dropping these out in about a week or so. Caffeine. Knowing that I'm exceeding my own expectations constantly when I get through a really shit period of time, just once you get over that hump, the rewarding feeling is just, that's what keeps me going. There's always going to be a change and a shift, and if you're caught up in, you know, trying to keep things the same, or, you know, wishing that things were different, you're never really going to appreciate and reap the rewards of what's happening right now. Extremely grateful all the time, no matter how depleted I am. It's very easy to get in your own head when you are close to a comp. If you can just accept the fact that 80-90% of a prep and of life essentially is a mental game. Don't be your worst enemy, be your own motivation. Sounds so cliche. I tried. Were there any qualification requirements for the Amateur Olympia? I'd love to do one. So as of March this year, they made the rule that you need to do a regional qualifier in your own country, just to ensure that everyone doesn't just rock up and do the show. You can see the rules on the NPC website, so you don't need to place highly, you just need to get on stage. The most embarrassing thing you've ever done? This. 6 years ago when I was obese and pre-diabetic and I did makeup tutorials. And now I never wear makeup. That happened. Continually outdoing myself. Alright, I might wrap this up because we've done a few. I'll finish with some photography related questions. What's your editing process like? So I use Lightroom for everything. A mixture of Lightroom Classic and the newer Lightroom. I like editing on the newer Lightroom and I like proofing, culling and just doing content galleries on Classic. Favorite lens to shoot on? This one currently. I don't think I will ever need another lens. Sounds really bad, but I just love this lens so much. I only have 2 lenses in my kit. The other one is a Tamron 28-75mm and I shoot on a Sony a7 III, and my favorite lens is the one that I'm looking at right now. It is the Zeiss 55mm 1.8. Just gets me. It just gets me, it literally does. And that's it, I'm gonna leave that there. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got something out of the video. Leave a comment below and let me know what you want to see in the next YouTube video, because I am now in a bit of a place where I don't know if they're going to be out, you know, between now and the show, because we're getting less and less able to do life. So I will be putting a lot more time into getting my clients and all of my editing up to date. Leave a like, subscribe, share this on your Instagram if you enjoyed this episode. Yeah, let me know what you want to see in the next video. And yeah, my brain. It's been me the whole time, just opening and closing my jaw. I am gonna go make my next meal and then I'm gonna go get on the stepper. Kill me.